village of Ramsgill in Yorkshire, the hillsides in northern England are renowned for the variety of game birds. This is the location of York Arms. The one-star restaurant serves game including rabbit, lamb and fowl. They're prepared in the kitchen of top chef Francis Atkins right after the hunt.
Thank you very much. Chef?
Those look lovely. Those look really super. What have we got here? Pheasant, partridge. They're part of our natural habitat, so they're our natural food, and they're very good and healthy to eat.
The partridge is a hit among the guests at the York Arms. Francis Atkins prefers to use a special breed, the red-legged partridge.
The difference with the partridge is you have red-legged and grey-legged partridge, and the red-legged partridge are not so strong as the grey-legged.
In the winter, the restaurant's own fruit and vegetable gardens have long been harvested. Nonetheless, the York Arms still has a specialty as a side on the menu, the famed forced rhubarb, freshly harvested in winter.
It's forced, it's grown in the dark, so it's grown in great long sheds in the dark, and out of the dark in January comes this wonderful pink-looking ingredient, and it is the time to eat it because it's fresh and sweet and very, very soft. In the summer, the rhubarb that you get from the garden is very tough, stringy, and often very sour and needs a lot of sugar.
The rhubarb is prepared with sugar on low heat, slowly softening. Meanwhile, the chef debones the partridge and puts it with a twig of thyme in 1/8 of a litre of chicken broth for about half an hour.
While the legs are cooking, I'm just going to put the partridge on some tin foil there. It's got a piece of bacon over the top. We're then going to pop it in a pan like this.
The salted partridge remains in the oven for about 8 minutes, just enough time to smoke the cream for the potatoes. The cream is placed on a baking sheet with fine sawdust and then placed in a homemade smoker, sealed with aluminum foil before being heated for a few minutes on the stove.
I'm taking this now off the heat, and as you can see, all the smoke is coming out of the sides, and there is the cream taking on this nice oaky flavour that I think is very acceptable with game because it's producing a nice woodland fragrance.
A bit of natural licorice to round out the sauce and glazing for the red-legged partridge. For presentation, the chef dashes a bit of rhubarb puree on the plate, then a layer of root vegetables and red-legged partridge breast. On the side, mashed potatoes with smoked cream. And the licorice sauce to top it all off.
I take the inspiration from the raw ingredient. You think about the quality of the meat and the environment that it's grown in and developed in and the flavours that are around us. In the summer and the spring, we're using hedgerow grasses and things to influence our cooking. In the winter, there aren't any. So we're using what the actual bird will feed and survive off in our food.
And that's how the one-star cook creates a unique set of flavors in her Yorkshire kitchen, typical for the region, sophisticated and hearty, perfect for a cold winter's day.